And that is going to be Valiance actually being the first ones to be on the CT side. Anyways, nonetheless, this is going to be the very first round of the best of 3 between Stifmeister and Valiance. I think I will leave chat open. You know the top, bottom left. You see them talk. I think I'm going to keep that open just in case. Anyways, as you can see, Stifmeister presenting the bomb, going slowly but surely towards mid here. Jodix keeping track of that. And then being very sneaky and making no noise at all. But I think he saw that, just peeking out slightly. And now with pushing through connector here, Flashy and Jodix, the only two really near the side, but they are going to be abandoning the side immediately. Looking to do and retake, and Jodix the first one to really go into contact, but never mind Hunter from short as far as I can tell. And Flashy continuing as well, and now Flash... Ooh, Link getting the kill even with the flash, so that was good from him. But nonetheless, in 2 versus 4. As we proceed onwards here. Now it's Astro on his own, 1 versus 3. He has the angle to work from, but he gets 1, he gets 2, and he gets the 3rd. That was a very neat sequence. Very well done from Astro there. And there we go, Stifmeister. Seemed very... It started from Stifmeister having a really good, CTs were playing the retake. Stifmeister seemed to have it under control. Then it became the 4 versus 2. And then Astro with a triple kill, returning the tide towards them. So that was very nicely done. Anyways, nonetheless, it is the pistol round win for Stifmeister here. And it's now up to them to provide a good anti-eco here. We do see Valiance going for the early mid control with the Deagle in hand, which, as we've seen from many moments on different platforms, can be a devastating weapon. And Stifmeister slowly approaching the area here. Utility definitely signaling his presence. But the focus, meanwhile, has been switched over to the B bomb site here, switching between the 2 players here. Mach 10 drive-by, and there we go. We'll proceed onwards. Sadly enough, not a lot of success for Valiance on their side. And a near flawless round from Stifmeister with a single casualty, as long as they manage here and let Flashy not run away at all. And there we go, 2-0 will be the scoreline. And of course, I mean, it's nothing different, right, lads? It's not something unique. It's going to be an eco round for Valiance here, unless they decide to go with a very crazy buy out of nowhere. Which I hope they don't, because that will ruin the game. And I think they know what they should have to do, because they're a little bit more, more qualified to judge what is good for them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I apologize for that. For some reason, I turned the camera to the other options. That was a little bit dirty, but I mean, it's an eco round. I mean, are we going to really applaud them on an individual performance during an eco round? I mean, unless it's some insane spray control sequence. Nonetheless, so Stifmeister getting the 3-0 lead. And now we're going to proceed on towards the very first gun round of this best of 3. So the massive difference here is the presence of an AWP for Valiance. But we see a massive setup already coming from Stifmeister here. The Brits actually 5 men stacked onto a side here. And now the utilities raining in. There we go, the AWP being used very well here. The flashes and all the utilities working out for Valiance, already getting the 2 early kills. Well, extended to a 3rd one and a 4th one. And it's going to be Megadonks, the only T that made a kill during this round. And there we go, flawless. Or Valiance. Performing really well, just holding the A side without any issues there. It seemed that Stifmeister didn't really have the opportunity to really proceed or explode onto the side. And just died, keep dying and dying and dying. So for Valiance, this is really good. They maintain most of their men. So keeping that economical game working for them. And of course breaking the 0 scoreline, which is nice for them, of course, as a confidence thing, I would say. Anyways, considering the moments in this match, I want to quickly say, guys, hopefully you guys are having a good time. I don't know who you support, but nonetheless, I hope these two will provide some good quality here. So we don't really see Stifmeister really going for any mid control here. Now they are proceeding onwards. We do see Valiance just kind of backing off, not really trying to interrupt anything in mid, just letting it for them. But with less than a minute remaining, we're going to see Stifmeister make a final decision on where to go. And they seemed very determined to go for the A side once again. Even with the previous thing that had just happened, perhaps an improvement may be happening here. But now with less than 30 seconds, the AWP once again just in play, just working out really well for them. And letting with the double kill, it's just happening really well for them. Definitely not missing all the kills happening, but you know. And they are kind of abandoning ship here. Hey Tiny. How are you doing? Yep. Stifmeister kind of had to abandon that one. Didn't seem successful at all. Very similar to the very first gun round. There we go. It's going to be 3-2. Valiance, once again, just not really losing a lot of people and maintaining the money that they have. Except for Flashy. I mean, he's slightly poor. He's kind of lacking money. I'm doing very good, Tiny. Thank you. I'm just observing real quick this one. I'm not really sure how long I can really cast this match for because it is going to have at least 2 maps. I don't know whether I have the time or not. I'll try as much as I can, but if I'm sleepy, I will go to bed. So, real quick here, once again, for the people that didn't know, Stifmeister is a complete UK team versus Valiance, which has some Serbian players, I think 3 if I'm correct. And Bosnian and Bulgarian. There we go, Flashy getting the kill from CT. And it seems that one player disconnected here. Seems that one of Stifmeister's members... Yeah, there we go. Seems a technical difficulty as far as we can tell here. But that's not good to see here from Stifmeister. I don't think the round will be redone, considering the fact that the round was kind of sorted already at that given point. I think he was already dead. Anyways, Dancy on his own with the AWP. Nation here. Ooh, with the very solid timing. And there we go, the one tap into the man. Just clearing it out, and there we go. Now in timeout. Oh, they want to do in tech pause. They actually use one of the normal pauses. Oh, they don't have. Oh wow, really? Oh wow, Faces doesn't have any technical pauses. So they have to do the regular pauses, which is very annoying. They're only a minute each, and they have 4 in total. I don't know whether you can read the chat, but that's annoying. That's very unfortunate for Stifmeister. Because they would probably have to surrender multiple timeouts if Faceit doesn't really respond to this. So a member of Stifmeister has a technical issue as far as we can consider. I mean, whether that's like internet or like any hardware that has been broken down. And they cannot really do anything about it except for just to use the timeout and just hope the team member comes back. That is very unfortunate. And I think, so once again, they have to go for a timeout. Can they do it again, or is this just going to continue? Is this round actually going to continue onwards? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's horrible for Stifmeister here. Okay, so... Okay, the member is back. He rejoined. But this round is wasted for them. But seems Stifmeister is okay. They will keep their heads calm here. So now with the 4 members, and actually, because they didn't really buy in except for Megadongs, it's going to be a very awkward economical game. They have to reset themselves, essentially. Try to kind of at least use a round or 2 to kind of come back into this one, because this is really annoying for them. Anyways, they're going to just explode onto the B side here. Two of them remaining here, Megadongs being the last one, and I mean, that was kind of a weird round. I mean, good from Valiance just maintaining control, but at the same time, that was very odd. Very odd indeed. Nonetheless, though, we are back to 10 members here, and this is going to be a good opportunity for Stifmeister to mentally try to boost their morale again, because losing control from round because of technical issues is very annoying. So getting an immediate round win would be very great for them, but nonetheless, gotta keep their heads up. It's just the mere start of the best of 3. Nothing particularly is lost, and there we go, Dancy. Without even noticing, with the AWP getting the first frag. And that's a good start. Already getting that man advantage as in T. That is grand. It opens up both of the sides to potentially overwhelm. Kind of a utility warfare going on there. And ooh, the spots. Did he spot out those 2 Ts? I'm not completely sure, but he definitely already backed off to the B side, actually rotating away here. He's expecting a Windows boost. But that's going to leave Flashy on his own in the A side, and with 30 seconds kicking in, Stifmeister actually has to make sure to run towards the A side. They cannot waste time here. The bomb carrier is not even close yet. They have to take control of CT real quick, otherwise this is going to be very bad for them. 15 seconds kicking in. Well, they're not lacking the men, so that's good for them. Nation. 1 versus 4. So, as we see, Stifmeister winning, or at least having a very high chance of winning this round, which is very good for them to see. Especially after the technical difficulty they had going on, which made them have a really awkward round beforehand. Immediately bringing it back, tying it up the game to 4-4. I don't know who exactly disconnected again, but at least all's good. All's good. But Nation extended kind of his kill streak here. Keeping it going, just getting a triple kill, that's alright, that's alright. Kind of damaging Stifmeister's bank there, slightly. Actually doing quite well there. Killing at least 3 members. Because they have to repurchase their AKs, the utilities for Stifmeister is going to be quite grim here. But this would either have to be a very impulsive attack coming onto the A side, which it is going to be. And Flashy here holding a very important spot. Doesn't get a single frag onto it, but nonetheless though, 3 versus 3. Valiance taking control of the A side. Ooh, Nation nearly gets its target, but doesn't work out, and there we go. They have to use the advantage of utilities for them, but doesn't matter. Raw aim is also a thing here. Now it's going to be Megadongs on his own. He hasn't made any noises yet, but disregard. He actually has. Going for the fake plant? No, he's not. He's actually not going for the fake plant at all. Very surprising here. 2 HP. There he goes. He's sorted. Dealt with. And actually, a quad coming from a member of Valiance here. Very well done. And they retake the lead here. What would you say his name? Let's one? That's in? That's N1. Nonetheless, though, this does force Stifmeister into an eco with some mere pistols, but those pistols are doing damage here, already causing 2 deaths of 2 CTs here. Or the death of 2 CTs, but Amy regaining control here and actually proceeds onwards to cause havoc onto mid. Now Dancy's position is known and he has no chance at all, and there we go. Now it's Amy this time actually getting the quad kill. That seemed a little bit scary at the very beginning. Opening up in mid. Trading the frags. But nevertheless, Valiance does manage eventually. And now the early contact between the 2 AWPers, but no success for both of them. Neither of them actually hit, then there we go, Dancing with another attempt, and both throw the nades. They are completely in sync right there. And there we go. Stifmeister actually approaching the mid section of the map, taking it over here, because with the 1 minute marker arriving here, they haven't really, besides mid, they don't really have anything to work with. So Valiance is kind of keeping them out of any potential attack points. And Connector once again has been approached, T-ramp as well. So it seems A has been their choice of destination here. But Valiance is ready for this. There we go, getting the first frag. Getting the second, does get traded, but nonetheless, this is not going to give them a lot of opportunity to work from. And Flashy and a teammate from Short Amy working very fine together, and it's going to be Dancy with the AWP in hand as the only Stifmeister's member alive. And that's going to be 7-4 for Valiance. So they didn't really seem that Valiance had like any, or I mean Stifmeister didn't really have any like map control to proceed with. They had mid, but besides that, they didn't really have any entrances to the sides. Connector was hastily done and not really successful at all. Valiance just very well prepared and just did what they had to do and successfully won the round there. Is this gonna make Dancy being the only one really well equipped for this scenario? So either his choice is to keep the AWP alive for this entire round, or try to become a godlike player and somehow just manage for his teammate. But Valiance having a very firm hold over the mid section here, covering each other's backs here, and there we go. The T's were not ready for that at all, and switching over to the A side. Flashy does get tagged real quick there, but his teammates are arriving as reinforcements here. Hunter onto the stairs. There's plenty of few here. Dancy not able to really do anything there. With Amy and Flashing clearing out the rest, that's not going to lead to much at all. Valiance, flawless round for them, keeping the money alive, and 8-4 being the scoreline. And this is going to be a timeout from who? It's going to be Stiffy again. I mean, I'm not really surprised. Valiance is having good momentum going on their CT side. So it's good for them to see that. Let me quickly just check something. Yeah. I think the most, at this given points from this map, I would say the most individual performance that we have seen was from Astro. Right here, during the piss round, getting that triple. Allowing Stifmeister at least to get the 3 rounds first. But from there on, it seems that Valiance is really taking control of it. And already with 8 rounds this early, with the money they have, they're looking quite fine. At least on the CT side. I mean, I'm not aware of the other way around, but... Anyways, the timeout, the second one has been used up. And it does seem to be... I think Stifmeister's getting ready for this. Yeah, there we go. Once again, we're seeing a 5-man setup here from Stifmeister. At least, you know, all of them are focused onto the A side. Let's see whether they have anything figured out in that nade. Ooh, that naded really well there from Flashy. He doesn't really get any frags, but nonetheless. Ooh, actually, Stifmeister getting the early 2. That's in, gets 1. And now with the CT approach here, Amy sorting it out for his teammate there. Now the utilities have to be used. There we go, the flash from the teammate Dancy. Sorting it out. And 1 versus 3. Hunter gets 1. Quite surprising from Dancy to not focus on that, but nonetheless. Actually, they proceed onwards here. Hunter getting a second. Actually getting a first. He's actually going for the ninja defuse. What is going on even? Megadongs. Ah, he has no time. I was so weird. I was so confused on what the exact thought was there. Nonetheless, though, Stifmeister actually returns with a round here. Getting their 5th one. Finally for them, the A side was successful. But nonetheless, a very close one still. That was not the easiest one to win. And this time, they're switching over to the B side as in group here. Hunter with the M4. He's awaiting, and there we go. It's just a brutal one. But that flash, even though it's only 1 kill... Oh, actually, well, with the man advantage, and they still haven't completely planted the bomb yet. Actually, that Molotov isn't going to help at all. There we go. Oh, but Jotix getting the frag, and Dancy 1 versus 1 here. Sorting it out with a quad. Very nice. Very nice coming here from Dancy, the quad. Elevating him to the top, being the top frag of his team. And making it 8-6 here. Very last round off the half. I'm going to see all kind of weapons here popping up from everyone. Dojix. Ooh, with the very aggressive boost, which did succeed, but it did lead up to Hunter dying very early on to the round, and that's going to be very unfortunate for them. A massive push from Stifmeister coming here. Taking mid. as their own property. And the Windows boost. Sadly enough, that smoke is not going to benefit you at all, because your gun will stick out first, and there we go. Jodix making complete use of that. And Stifmeister have completely abandoned mid. Allowing Valiance actually to get a lot of information from this, because Amy's just pushing on and on and on. It's going to eliminate many possibilities here. The flank from Amy could be so massive here. Gun discipline. Ooh, that is the bomb, but the bomb did kind of drop in a favorable position here, but that's going to give plenty of information coming for Valiance. Ooh, Dojic actually missing. Jodix missing onto that shot. But the aggressive push coming from CT. Stifmeister is completely unaware of this. Getting the trades here. Now it's going to be Astra on his own. And he's not really going to be able to pull up a miracle. And there we go. 9-6 will be the very first scoreline half-wise. And Valiance having the lead. So even with the weird technical issue that Stifmeister had for a single round, they did just, I mean, I would say 6 rounds on T side. For me, I would be very satisfied. At least I wouldn't be crying as much, but now it's just going to be a matter to see what Stifmeister can really provide onto the CT side. Yeah, a lot of actually, double man mid control attempt here. And the push onto under here. Dancy's going to be completely surrounded here. And Astro, the man from the last pistol round, actually already getting a triple. And before we even noticed, Link. That was really quick. I expected the massive flank coming from under to devastate Stifmeister's opportunities in mid. But actually, Astro and Link just, especially Astro, performing at both pistol rounds. Very nicely done. And that's going to start good things. They won both pistol rounds. So this is, if they play this correctly, of course, like the standard way. If you win the pistol round, you should most likely win the next 2 following rounds. They should be a tied up match already. Or at least score-wise, of course. Doesn't say anything else besides, you know, the gun rounds then. There's a heavy attention onto, or focus onto mid here. And there's going to be a connector push coming in. Early knockouts. Actually, the switch up may be a thing here. Yojix, though being very stuck there. He's not going to be able to escape that at all. Hunter, on the other hand, could manage some damage, gets one. Amy has to do something on his own here, because his teammate is not going to get out of there at all. They are aware, they know where he is. Amy does manage it. Once again, Astro is completely aware of this. But nonetheless, only for pistols, getting a bomb plant and the amount of casualties they caused. Look at that information gained. That is all the information Amy needs. Now 1 versus 2. This is all the information he needs. Getting already slight some damage there. Only 5 bullets though. Gonna have to be very, very careful here. Already uses 2, but there we go. And triple from Amy coming in, and that is very nicely done. There was so much focus onto the connector player that Amy had such a good opportunity coming from market, flanking the CT. And just the noise information being plentiful. And Valiance immediately responding back. Eliminating Stifmeister's opportunity from the very get-go here. Nade damage happening here and there, but nothing too significant. Ooh, Astro getting the early tags, but he's going to be eliminated from there. Now a little bit of silence. Scoreline being 10-7. Once again, multiple members of Valiance onto Connector here. It's really on to Dancy to get some early tags here. Oh, sees one, and it's already an attacked person. So if timing works well... Ooh, doesn't work well at all. Although Link gets one. Now it's Dancy with the scouts. Not really getting an opportunity for himself here, but nonetheless, though, on the other side, it is in 2 versus 2. And a flank actually coming from Craze. Are they aware of this one? Not completely at all. Hunter is on his own here. 1 versus 1. Has only 3 bullets to work from. And that's not going to work out at all, but never mind. Hunter gets plenty of time to switch to his Glock and actually does get the kill in the end. That was a very close one for themselves. That was a very narrow escape there. But nonetheless though, Valiance getting the win there. Making it 11-7 and actually forcing Stifmeister to go into pistols again here. And this is an entire B stack here. All members of Stifmeister into the B area. No rotation at all. No one is here at all. And that's going to allow for plenty of action to happen onto the A side. Just confirming entirely the positions here. So this is just a matter for Hunter. For the 2 Mac 10s to hunt for them and get that bonus money they desire. Well, Hunter's journey has ended very shortly on that note. 1 Mac 10 remaining here. Actually, Dancing getting another frag here. I do not really see a defuse happening, but there we go, the Mac 10. Getting some work sorted for themselves. Now Link crawling through jungle. Getting a lot of noise information here. But Jodix just instantly taps him away, and there we go. Scoreline being 12-7, and finally I'm going to see Stifmeister being able to respond back here with some enforce. Albeit very bare minimum here. No defuse kits coming from the CTs. Not a single one. But it's going to be a pure assault rifle match here. 5 AKs versus the M4s. No AWP of any sorts. Already moving on to mid. Valiance. But the use of the utilities they have, way more of. Already taking control of window. And Hunter. Hunter has a massive flank here. Are they aware by any chance? They have no player checking at all. Hunter's gonna have to make the opening frag here, or at least multiple. He's gonna be gun discipline and anything for him. He gets one. He notices one, I would say. He sees the second, and there we go. That's gonna be the moment. Opening up with 2. Not getting the third, but that's gonna be plenty. That's gonna be an opening nonetheless here. There we go. That opening from Hunter. Opening it up for him. And there we go. Valiance is going to go with this round as well. It's going to be 13-7. Of course, chat a little bit. They were very surprised about that. Complimenting Hunter, essentially. Yeah, it worked really out for himself. And Megadong's on his own here. And there we go. Megadongs will hit the floor with the end of the round coming in. And this is going to be for Stifmeister, kind of an issue where stop lag, wide legs. Ace, it could be maybe the bit rate is a little bit higher than normal. So it could be maybe a little bit buffering for you. That's why, Ace. Nonetheless, though, welcome. Ooh, and Link has been eliminated from this round here. Okay. Why did we start commentating about that one? That was just a pure middle aggression that didn't really lead to anything. And now, actually, between Dancy and Megadons, this is the pure all-in play here. Double AWP. Dancy getting the early peek. Ooh, it worked out well, but the flash preventing from any usage here. That massive mid-control attempt here. Working out really well for them, but nonetheless, the flank coming in from Hunter. Ruining the man advantage here, already making a 3 versus 3 again. That went from a massive dip to, or that went from a really good opening for Stifmeister to like, oh, this is a reset again. Nonetheless though, Hunter, really well done. And now Valiance, once again, is holding mid for themselves here. Oh, and retake is such a nightmare scenario for them because 2 AWPs and no defuse kit. This is not looking really good at all. Seeing where Valiance is going towards. Dancy has to hope for his life that they are going to go to jungle, but with the utility they got and where they're placing it, seems very unlikely. It's on crazy. Firstly, actually Dancy adding on to himself here. There we go, bomb has been planted, but no context yet here. And now Craze with a very daredevil play here. Very open peek. Oh, it's not going to work out for him, but the trade frag immediately happening here. That's going to be Amy and Hunter. Amy getting the frag that he needs, and that's going to be Megadongs with his AWP. Gets one. It's actually retreating it back here with no defuse kit. It's not going to be a possibility for themselves here, and that's going to be 15-7 for Valiance. It seems that the nearly, third overtime that Stifmeister had on this map, the previous match, has kind of really burnt them out here. I mean, of course, that's just a more random statement than the truth, of course. We don't know the state of the players. So, Owen, for Stifmeister, they got plenty of utilities and weapons to work from. Dancy being the only one with a weapon that does immediately require a headshot, but nonetheless, can still work out. Aliens on the very first match points here for the first map of this best of 3. I think the maps are currently Mirage, Cache, and Inferno. Oh, the ding's happening really well there. Oh, but the protection. The Angel Guardian. Jodix is helping his teammate out. His teammate on 3 HP here. And that is going to give them a really good man advantage here. Gives them control of connector, and this is going to make them force onto the A side 100%. No rotations happening at this given point. Craze, with the UMP in hand, is going to have to do it all. He does get one. He does get the low tagged one. Or the one that was tagged down. And now, with the connector play being gone. Ooh, gets in tag. He does his job in. Actually, Jodix being the last one remaining here for his teammates. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. And Megadongs is not about to let him do as well. So, Stifmeister do hang on here. But for them to even keep this map alive, Stifmeister has to win 7 consistent rounds here. Have to win 7 in a row, so they've just barely they are barely scrapping the comeback here. This is just merely the start of it. First thing is they have to believe as well. But this does allow the opportunity to go back to and double up a setup here for themselves, so that's good. This time we're going to see Dancy with the actual ADOBP and not with a scout. And actually Link getting trapped in connector. The Molotov moving him away. And forcing him in a very unfortunate angle. But Megadongs, if he times this well, potentially could get 1 frag before Shorts and Apartments will focus on him in one go. There we go. Gets the 1. Doesn't really move from his position at all. Looks onto Short, but doesn't get the target. So actually holds... Ooh, Megadongs. Oh, misses out on the shot. Misses 2, and this is not good at all for Megadongs. That's very unfortunate for him, but Dancy taking it over. Dancy once again proceeding onwards here, and Craze with the UMP actually switches over to an AK here. 2 versus 2. Dancy's journey has ended here. At least for this round. And Craze, unfortunate for himself, not able to sort it out there.